Hey all, it's Dan, your numerical lion, back with another late night video as is my custom. Lately I've been looking at fellow class of 1988 graduates, and here are three that didn't quite make it. All three of them were born in November, and two of them I knew pretty well, Hank Diemer and Jeremy Green. I didn't really know Tim King that well. Um, but I don't know if you can read this. It's pretty hard to read. Really not helping. So Hank Diemer played hockey, big sports guy. Jeremy Green, he was in the band, really nice, kind of portly fellow who loved comics. My brother and I and my dad owned a bookstore slash comic book store, and he would come in there. And this guy Tim King, I'm not sure. Jeremy committed suicide. So did Tim King. And Hank Diemer died of a strange sort of infection or football injury. I was talking to a friend of mine. He remembered it as a football injury. He actually played hockey with Hank. So I noticed some numerical coincidences. And I don't know why that's not working here. So let's take a look at it. So first, let's start with Timothy King. He was born in November the 25th and died September 24th. And he was born on a day, he died on a day with 119 numerology, and he committed suicide. Suicide equals 119. Tim King equals 43, and suicide also equals 43. He was born on a day with 33 numerology, and he died on a day with 33 numerology. He was born on the 330th day of the year, kind of like 33. And from his last birthday to his death in 1986 was 303 days, or 33. It was also 8 weeks and 6 days from his death to it would have been his 17th or 18th birthday. 8 weeks and 6 days. 8 weeks and 6 days. King 67, his last name. 86 and 67. Numbers we associate with blood sacrifice. 67 and 86. He was born in 68 and he died in 86. Timothy equals 34. Just like suicide equals 34. Murder also 34. From his date of death to would it be his next birthday is 62 days. 62, that number of sacrifice. Sacrifice. 62. Tim King also equals 38. That number we see a lot associated with murder. Murder 38. Also 34, like Timothy. Death 38. Also killing 38. Timothy 38, just like murder, death, killing. And Tim King equals 83, like murder. Murder. 83. So this guy had the numbers. And then Jeremy Green, who I know quite well, he was born on November 9th, 1969, died on January 19th, 1987. Jeremy James Green. He was born on 11/9. He dies on 1/19. Right? Kind of like 1/19 in both of them. Committed suicide. Born on 11/9. Dies on 1/19. Suicide. He killed himself. Jeremy James Green, 83. Kind of like murder. His full name. Also, 74, that iconic 74, like Masonic, like killing. Jeremy Green, also 62. Just talking about that number in relationship to Tim King. He liked comics. Comics 62. He used to come in our store. Jeremy Green, also 55. These are all numbers of sacrifice. 55 and 62. Jeremy had his numbers 76 and 86. Familiar numbers. Green, 86. Blood sacrifice, 76 and 86. He was born with 45. He died on a day with 45 and 36 numerology. I remember when he died, too. It's pretty sad. And he was born on a day with 45 and 36 numerology. He's a redhead, 45 and 36. He killed himself because of his parents, is what we heard. They put pressure on him to get better grades and everything, and grades equals 36. He was involved with the band at school. The band equaled 36. From his birthday, his last birthday, to his death was 71 days. He was 17 when he died. 71, reflection of 17, kill 17. 71, the 20th prime number. That's interesting because he died on a day with 20 numerology. He was born on a day with 20 numerology. And we all know that death, when spelled correctly, equals 20. And I'll show you, he was 17 when he committed suicide. So he would have graduated in 88. His full name equals 88. And Henry Diemer, it took me a little while to get information on him. He was born in November, born on the 26th. It's interesting because Tim King was born on the 25th, and Tim King died on the 24th, and he died on the 30th of September, both dying in September. All of them were born in November. The common link, November equals 94, like dead. Dead 94. So I remember this. I was in junior high school at the time. Called him Hank Diemer. He was 14 when he died. Like, dead is 14. So from his death to his next birthday was 58 days. And that's interesting because Freemasonry equals 58. And his father, notice they're in district number 9040, 94, like death. Like dead. Anyway, his father is the president of the Brattleboro, of the Elks Club, Lodge 1499. And I thought that was interesting. Brattleboro Elks equals 58. A little bit about the lodge. Notice their number is 5933. Here's the lodge. And their mission, it's the Benevolent and Protective Order of the Elks of the United States. They're all about to inculcate the principles of charity. I don't know if I said that right. Charity, justice, brotherly love, and fidelity, to recognize a belief in God, to promote the welfare, enhance the happiness of its members, to quicken the spirit of American patriotism. So quite the mission here. The Elks. Star there, BPOE. You know, the origin of it, they started in New York City on February 16th, 1868, under the name Jolly Corks. Never looked that up. Jolly Corks. 58. Like Freemasonry. So they're called the Jolly Corks by 15 actors, entertainers, and others in the theater. So that's how they started. February 16th is interesting because it's my daughter's birthday, and it's also the 47th day of the year. The Freemasonic compass set at 47 degrees, that number of foundation, and Elks equals 47. So from his last birthday in 1983, November 26th, to his death was 309 days. And he died on a day with 39 numerology, 309, 39. And he was born on the 330th day of the year. Masonry equals 39 and 33. It was 8 weeks and 1 day from his death to his next birthday. It would have been his 15th birthday. He died of a football injury, my friend was saying. Football injury equals 81. Ritual equals 81. He died on a day with 34 numerology. Hank equals 34. Henry equals 34. Murder 34. Hank also 74. Like killing, like Masonic, like Gematria. Hank Diemer equals 88. Gonna graduate in 88. Kind of interesting too, because Jeremy Green, his full name equals 88. So this is where Hank Diemer's father lives, 54, and it's probably his address when he was growing up. 54 Carriage Hill Road, Brattleboro, Vermont. Diemer equals 54. He lives on 54 Carriage Hill Road. He owns Best Muffler, that equals 170. And Henry R. Diemer Jr. equals 170. The president of the Elks. His son died on a day with 62 numerology. Best Muffler equals 62. Mason equals 62. He was 18 when his son was born. He's pretty young. He's like 69 right now. Look at Best Muffler, their full name, and where their address is. Both 147, like Freemason. Freemason 147. and the name of his company and where they're at both equal 147? Just a coincidence, I guess. Let's look at Henry R. Diemer, born July 17th, 1951. 1951. And basically 18 years later he would have his kid. From his birthday to the death of his son was 33 years later. That number of masonry was also 76 days after his July 17th birthday in 1984 until his son's death, 76 days. So it was 33 years and 76 days. 76, of course, that blood sacrifice number. Blood sacrifice, 76 with the S exception. He was born with 167 days left in the year. 167, which is the 39th prime number. Kind of like masonry. Masonry, 39. Henry R. Diemer equals 142 without the junior. And that's interesting because his son died on a day with 142 numerology. He's lived at this address since 1974. 142, just like Henry R. Diemer, just like the day his son died. And if you write out 142, it equals 142 and 74. Here, I'll show you. 42 equals 74 and 142. 42, of course, that number of Freemason. Henry R. Diemer equals 182. Another link to his address. 54 Carriage Hill Road, Brattleboro, Vermont equals 182. That's why he's living there. And his son, Hank Diemer, equals 182. The full address also equals 313. 313, a prime number, 65th prime. And Henry R. Diemer equals 65. Also, just to further cement this coincidence, this numerical coincidence, I don't know what to call it. Henry R. Diemer Jr., his full name equals 89. And he lives on 54 Carriage Hill Road, or RD equals 89. It also equals 443. 443, a prime number. The 86 prime, like blood sacrifice. He got incorporated in 86. On 5/12/86, business started on January 1st, 1980. Been in business for 40 years. He's the president. You know, president equals 56. Started on a day with 82 numerology. Henry R. Diemer Jr. equals 82. From his son's death to incorporating his business was 590 days. And that's interesting because Freemasonry equals 59. 590, kind of like 59. Also a number for kill in Jewish gematria. Kill 59. 590 days. from when his son died to when he incorporated his business. The name of his lodge that he's president at equals 61. His son died on a day with 61 numerology. I think president might even be 61. President. No, I'm sorry. President is 56, though. We were talking about 56 before. Son, president, 56. Hank Diemer. Equals 56 and 52, like president. So there you go, a bunch of numerical coincidences. And I remember at least two of these deaths very well. For one thing, I was a friend of Jeremy Green's, and I was a friend of Hank. I didn't know Hank that well, but I knew of him. And Tim King I didn't really know, but these deaths really touched me and touched our whole class. And now you see the numerical coincidences of these deaths. You know, is this organic? I mean, was Hank Diemer the son of the president of the Elks Club? You know, who grew to be the president of the Elks Club. I don't know when he became that, but was this organic? Was this a ritual? I don't know. You be the judge. Have a good night, everybody. Talk to you later.